Our Tuesday night volleyball coverage on ISC comes to you live from Clinton Central High School, where the Bulldogs play host to county rival, the Frankfort Hot Dogs. You see the records on the screen. Frankfort coming in at 16-6. The Clinton Central Bulldogs hovering right around that 500 mark at 8-10. Today's game is a product of Abstract Technology Group, doing IT differently, making it simple. By Day and Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first. By FiberHawk, fast, affordable FiberHawk. Healthy Communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. By the Frankfort Eagles, Post 976, people helping people. And the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. As we welcome you into our pregame show, brought to us by Day and Ginda Funeral Home, where they put family first. I'm joined by Laura Archibald. I am Sean Walker, and we are excited to be bringing you a matchup tonight of Clinton County rivals. We love when we get these games. These four county teams leave it all on the floor every single time there's a matchup, and we got a good one tonight.
We do. You know, we have an up-and-coming team. Clinton Central seems to get better every match that we see them. They're getting better year by year. Frankfort having a stellar year. They're really at their peak, have, some seniors and juniors that have been playing now for 3 or 4 years, and it's all just really gelling for the Frankfort Hot Dogs.
And with that, let's take a look at our first look tonight, brought to us by the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. Again, we talked about the records overall. In conference play, Frankfort's at 4-2, Clinton Central at 3-3. Both of these teams on a hot streak, though. Frankfort's won 7 matches in a row. They've also won 18 straight sets without dropping one. And on the other side, Clinton Central's won 5 of their last 7 matches. And something new that we want to make sure we brought up tonight, the floor. It has been completely remodeled inside here in the gymnasium, and rightfully so. This is now Linda Barnett Court. And I absolutely love the nod.
I do too. As it should be. Not just a wonderful volleyball coach, but also a great basketball coach and an overall amazing human being.
Also was athletic director for some time at Clinton Central as well. Dedicated a long lifetime to Clinton Central sports. And congratulations to Linda Barnett and family there for having the court named after her, and again, rightfully so. It's a tremendous honor, and I'm so glad that they did it. It's something that there's a few other schools I would like to see join this here pretty soon. Hint, hint.
She is sorely missed in our community, and not just the court, but I know there's a lot of projects where they're using recycled caps and making benches in the community also in her memory. So
let's take a look at our players to watch tonight, brought to us by the ISC Sports Network. We got one for each side, and, no surprise here for either. Lily Rockhold and Carly Davison are two absolute standouts on the floor. You see Lily's numbers, 326 kills on her junior season, also 154 digs, 46 aces. Those continue to climb as well. And on the other side, Carly Davison does a little bit of everything for her team as well. She leads the team in kills. She's up there in digs and the standout from the service line as well.
Yeah, she's just, Carly's just the leader of their team, a 4-year starter as a senior, and she just leads them in most statistical categories. Lily Rockhold, just a junior. I mean, she plays like a senior plus, right? We've been calling her name and her number frequently for 3 years now. She just seems to always come through when the Hot Dogs need her.
Those two are our players to watch for tonight. We'll step aside as they get ready to do the national anthem inside the gymnasium. When we come back, we'll get you your keys to victory, your starting lineups, and set number 1 right here on the ISC Sports Network.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, entrance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
If you haven't signed up for Mintel Fiber Optic Internet from Mulberry Telecommunications, then you're missing out. We have various packages to choose from and speeds up to a gig. Not to mention each package includes a Wi-Fi 6 wireless router and access to our Mintel Smart Home app, giving you complete control of your network backed by our award-winning customer service. Go ahead and dance till your heart's content in whatever reality you want, even if it's virtual. Mulberry Telecommunications offering the best gig in town. Sign up today at Mintel.net and experience the Mintel difference.
Day and Ginda Funeral Home, proudly putting family first, strives to care and honor the families of Clinton and Carroll County in ways that share the loved one's story. In our effort to serve your family at the highest of quality, we have added our own crematories, one for your loved one and another crematory for your furry family members. Contact us for information on how we can serve your family. Day and Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first.
Welcome back to Clinton Central High School. Man, I almost wish we'd had stayed now for the national anthem. There was a live singer in the gymnasium that I have a feeling was one of the students, and she was absolutely amazing.
She was. I wish we would have stayed too. I'm not sure who that was, but we'll let you know if we find out, and she did an amazing job.
Our starting lineups tonight brought to us by Ardente Dental. First up for the Frankfort Hot Dogs, Lily Rockhold, Emily Gill, Gihosa, Chloe Mowdy, Jalen Smith, Addie Keck, Caroline Queen, and the libero is Grace Myers for head coach Kia Rushton. Getting this team on quite a run here recently. Some of the key notes: Jalen Smith over 2,000 career assists. They had an awesome senior night the other day that Laura and I were a part of, actually on Saturday. Coach Rushton over 200 career wins now. Frankfort program's had a lot to celebrate, and we want to give a special shout out tonight to Miss Alice Davis. It's Kia Rushton's grandmother. She's had a little bit of a health situation arise, and she's watching tonight. She never misses a Frankfort Clinton Central game, and Kia wants to send you well wishes, speedy recovery, and a lot of love. So, Alice, get well soon.
And you're not missing it tonight, Alice. You get to watch it and still be there in spirit.
On the other side for the home team, the Clinton Central Bulldogs, their starting lineup: Carly Davison, Allie Adair, Madison Searlock, Gabby Salem, Madison Road, Molly Boone, and the libero is Nariah Harvey for head coach E.B. Simmons. Again, our starting lineups brought to us by Ardente Dental, where healthy smiles start here. Our keys to victory brought to us by Healthy Communities of Clinton County, where healthy choices are key to game day success.
So the first one is to control emotions. Always in these county rivalries, you got to throw records out the window, winning streaks, all of that, because it's a county rivalry. Everybody wants to win here. Emotions are high. So making sure you control emotions, get out to a quick start. Next is limit unforced errors. Frankfort's done an amazing job of that over this last about 7 matches. Clinton Central is something they struggle with. So really need to limit those unforced errors for Clinton Central, and Frankfort stay on that roll that you've been on with that. And then consistency, that up and down play that both of these teams can be prone to. We talk all the time that it's one of these sports where people get on streaks or they get on runs, and you get somebody back on that service line and they're going a long run, and just being able to be consistent and stop those runs of long points from the other team. And that's really important, especially in these county rivalry matches.
And those are our keys to the match. Our officials tonight, brought to us by Wampler's Disposal Services and Recycling, is Matthew Fogg and Stacy Payton. Stacy will be the young lady in the chair here this evening. Again, I love the renovations. I was always a fan of Clinton Central's gymnasium anyway, and now they kept the 2-tone, 3-tone floor actually.
Yeah, I love the dark wood bulldog in the center of the floor. I love that.
First serve underway, and there's one of those unforced errors immediately to start, and it comes off the arm of one of the seniors. First point of the night goes to the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Caroline Queen to serve. Frankfort's JV was successful. They won in straight sets prior to the start of this one. They've been on a bit of a run themselves here recently.
It's a nice dig by Carly Davison.
Rockhold. And man, she is really starting to dial it in here. This second half of her junior year has been one to add to the highlight reels. Some of these swings are just beautiful.
Yeah, you know, probably my favorite match we've covered all season was Rossville and Frankfort, our first match of the season. I would love to see those two play again. The amount Frankfort has improved since that first match, I just think it would be a really, really good match. Not that it wasn't the first time around,
Sure.
but
two teams that are obviously playing really, really well, and that's what you want to do. You want to start out playing well, and you want to get better as the season goes along, and that's what those two teams have done for sure.
that was a great effort by Clinton Central. Nariah Harvey ran that ball down. It was almost to the back wall, and she ran it down and got it back up into the court. Oh, nice up.
Clinton Central trying to battle here. Frankfort keeping the pressure on. They'll take the first 5 points of the contest, and that's going to earn a timeout. This first timeout brought to us by our friends at the Frankfort Eagles, Post 976. They've been serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally. The Frankfort Eagles offer something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, please visit FOE.com or stop by the Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. What have you seen so far in these first 5 points, Laura?
Well, we've seen Frankfort come out on fire. They did this against Clinton Prairie as well. They just came out and they've just commanded every single point. It's not that Clinton Central has really played bad. Other than that serving error, hasn't been bad on the Clinton Central side. Frankfort just has taken control. You know, Central's had to send a lot of free balls over, and every time they do, Frankfort makes them pay.
And we talked about at the top of the telecast, Frankfort's won 7 matches in a row. They've taken 18 straight sets, and they've just been on a bit of a run. I mean, taking down Madison, Grant, Carroll, Tri-County, Fountain Central, Tipton, Clinton Prairie, and North Putnam along the way.
Yeah, they have just been playing fantastic.
There's one of those quick sets that we see from Jalen Smith so often. Heads up play, she earns the 6 point here for Frankfort.
Ever since Frankfort lost back-to-back Lebanon, Webo matches, it's just like it lit a fire in them, and they have not looked back since.
Good dig by Davidson. Rockhold with a couple good swings. Clinton Central continues to keep pressure on, though. Madison Searlock earns the point. And that's what you got to do. Lean on some of that senior leadership.
Yeah, the defense of Clinton Central was just fantastic there. Those are not easy hits to dig by Lily Rockhold, and they both just dug them up like it was nothing.
Quick over that time.
Gabby Salem with the kill. That was a really smart hit by Gabby. Took it over on the second ball.
Gabby, another one of the seniors. 4 of them on this varsity roster for Clinton Central. Carly Davison, Allie Adair, Emily Long. We'll see her come in rotation, and then Gabby Salem.
Gabby Salem's been really a nice, stable presence for the Bulldogs this year. She's leading them in blocks and in aces. I mean, she's just been really, really solid for them.
And Clinton Central on a bit of their own run here. And this is what we've seen from the Bulldogs is even when they've fallen behind in matches, they don't go away quietly. They've rallied.
Yeah, they're really scrappy on defense, and they just keep taking the ball to you. They send over too many free balls probably, but that not many balls just hit the ground. They really don't. They just do a great job on defense.
Chloe Mowdy going to check in here. She'll come play front row. And over the stretch of games, we've gotten to see Frankfort quite a bit because of the way the schedule has fallen here lately. We had them 4 times last week on our network, and Chloe Mowdy is one of them that's really come on, the junior. She's getting kills. Defensively, blocks around the net is where she thrives. And on cue, she checks in. She gets the first kill there.
Yeah, you know that I think that goes, you know, several people deep on Frankfort, what you consider role players, right? You know Lily Rockhold's going to get a lot of kills. You know Carolyn Queen is going to get kills and a lot of aces. But you have those role players that you want them to do just certain things and not make errors. And those role players have just really stepped up for the Hot Dogs.
Good play by Gil Gihosa. Now free ball opportunity for the Bulldogs. Rockhold's going to send it over. Another opportunity here for Clinton Central. They go to Davison, able to push that one across. Carly showing off that hang time.
She's so athletic.
I know Carly is obviously enjoying her senior season here on the volleyball floor, but I guarantee she's looking forward to that basketball season as well. She is such a standout on the floor. Collision there from Frankfort. Clinton Central earns another point. They pull back to within 2. Mariah Harvey on the serve, the libero. What a pass from Jalen Smith.
Exactly what I was just about to say. That was an amazing set. I mean, she got that ball. I mean, she was facing the wrong direction, got her feet to the ball, and sent that all the way out to the pin. Beautiful set.
You know, you mentioned the other day on Saturday before when she was warming up, you're like, what? She jump sets every time, and it's so amazing to watch her do it. She even did it there. She was running the opposite direction, kind of twisted in the air, jumped up, boom, perfect pass all the way across the court.
It's amazing. It's why she has so many kills too, right?
Yeah.
Because when you jump set every time, your blocker, it almost like dazes them, right? After a while, you just don't even think about them being an offensive threat and bringing that ball over, but she is an offensive threat.
They go middle that time to Mowdy, and again, she's gotten 2 opportunities. She's made them both work here for the Hot Dogs. And this will send Rockhold to the service line where she is really, really improved. I mean, she's always been good. This year, her numbers have been absolutely fantastic, and once again on cue, there's an ace.
Yeah, she has just been able to mix up that jumper top spin with that jumper floater, and it just catches a serve receive off. I mean, they just don't know which one's coming, and she's just done a fantastic job.
That one touched by Queen, so point back to Clinton Central. And that's actually a good sign for the Bulldogs because on Saturday we saw Rockhold serve about 10 or 12 straight points.
More than once.
Yeah. Now Davison will send it over.
Free ball.
Yep, here come the Bulldogs. They go over in 2. Adair makes them pay. She says, I see you for counterpoint.
You're not the only one who can do that, Miss Jalen Smith.
So Adair earns the kill. Overpass from Rockhold. And Jalen says, that's my bread and butter. Goes right back to it. Keck gonna sub in for Mowdy. That serve a little too long from the libero Myers. Back to 12-10. Go to Sophie Michael this time. Good up by Clinton Central. And not just a good up, then pushed across there by Molly Boone.
That was such a heads-up play.
And now the Hot Dogs won a timeout as Clinton Central's closed the gap. It was 5-0 early on. It's 11-7 run here for the Bulldogs. This timeout brought to us by Day and Ginda Funeral Home with locations in Frankfort, Flora, Mulberry, and Rossville. The compassionate and experienced staff at Day and Ginda Funeral Home are dedicated to providing a loving and genuine environment for you to honor your loved one. For more information on their services and community involvement, please visit dayandginda.com. Day and Ginda Funeral Homes, where we put family first.
Clinton Central is just doing exactly what Clinton Central does, right?
They're scrappy.
They're scrappy. They get everything up. They keep taking the ball to you. They just hang around, right? And they just make you make your own mistakes. And that's what I love about this team. There's no give up on the Bulldog side ever.
And a lot of confidence, too, coming in. They've got wins over Frontier, Fountain Central, Elwood, Traders Point Christian, and Delphi. They lost 2-0 to Guerin Catholic in their last match, but Guerin Catholic's going to beat most people on any given night. They're just a tough volleyball squad. Sophie Michael earns the kill. The lefty gets the kill. She'll sub out. Gilgi Hossa comes back in. And now Emily will go back to serve. Frankfort back with that 2-point lead. And good to see that Frankfort's super fan Forrest is in the building. Didn't have to travel far to see a road game tonight. He's got his blue and white striped pants, his hard hat on. He's ready to rock and roll.
Hard to miss him, right? That was a great block by Jalen Smith and Addie Keck, the senior duo. Nice pass by Molly Turner. Touch.
So 14-11. Gabby Salem's going to come back in. And we're back to the beginning starting point here where Ali Adair started out the night serving. She's come around in rotation once again. Boone just missed time that one. You could tell that's probably like me at Golden Corral or somewhere, right? There's like this big buffet coming at you. You get super excited and overindulge.
That's exactly what that is. That's one of those that you want to go up and you just want to hit it, but it's really better practice. Go up with two hands and put it in a hole. It's safer. It doesn't look as spectacular, but it's safer. Kind of like go to the salad first, you know?
But if you don't go to the salad first, you have more room for ribs and chicken and steak and all that fun stuff.
And you regret it later.
A rare service error from Queen. I know earlier in the Keys to Victory, Laura, you referenced limit unforced errors. And you were talking about Clinton Central, but it's been Frankfort that's had a few here that it's a little uncharacteristic.
Yeah, they've had 3 serving errors in this first set already, and that is not like them.
They go back to the bread and butter here, and they feed Rockhold.
They go back to the bread and butter, but not to that high set out to the pin. They bring her in the middle, set her a short set, throw the timing off of the blockers, which is a smart thing because you have Gabby Salem, the best blocker for the Bulldogs, up in the front row now.
Davison comes through. Good job by Mowdy and Smith to get a hand on it. Queen with a great save.
Salem with that blocking we were talking about there.
Now she gets a chance to swing through one and earns a point. So Gabby Salem showing off the defense, then gets rewarded with a little offense. Nariah Harvey now to serve for the Bulldogs. They trail by 3.
Just hanging around. That's what they do.
Head coach E.B. Simmons in the background, man, she has done a great job with this Bulldog squad. Really kind of revamping this program over the last couple of years.
Nice dig by Grace Myers. Good block out there.
And another point comes off the hand of Salem, another kill. And again, she's up, she's cheering, and I love all the coaches in our county. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Our 4 teams are so special and fun to watch because they play so hard.
Yes, they do.
Good effort there. Myers couldn't get it up to a teammate. 17-16. Harvey with a chance to tie things up. As we said at the top of the telecast, throw the records out of the building when it's a county rivalry. Rockhold earns another kill, and she's been on fire tonight. I know you can't just continually feed her, but I think in a tight game like this, you almost have to.
Yeah, and it's fine to keep feeding her. You just have to move her around on the net, right? You can't just throw high balls to the pin. You got to, give her some shoot sets, move her into the middle, have her, she's going to tip some, just move it around a little bit.
Ace from Smith right there. Jalen putting the hot dogs on her back here at the service line. Opens it back to a 3-point lead.
Gabby Salem is on fire back there.
Yeah. And she's got some emotion rocking too. You know, that was one of your other control the emotions, and
Yep.
she's got a nice harness fireball going right now.
She does. And she's just very consistent.
Good serve. Smith goes over quick, but Emily Long was there ready for it that time for the Bulldogs. Rockhold, big kill again. Puts that one down in front of Harvey.
I'm going to tell you, there's just, if you're on the opposite side of the net from Lily Rockhold, it is discouraging.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot you can do to stop that, right? You can block well, you can play great defense, but when you have a hitter of that caliber, there's just not a lot you can do, to be honest. I mean, she is the full meal deal, you know. She has the complete package. And then, you know, you pray that she gets to the back row and you'll get some relief, but she's amazing at the service line too. So
definitely a tough player to contend with. I said it the other day that she's one of those players that's going to be logged in my memory, and she still has a full year to go.
Yeah.
Of one of the greatest, I think, that I've had yeah, I'll go ahead and say that. One of the greatest I've had the pleasure of covering.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. I think she sometimes doesn't maybe get lumped in the same category as some of the greats that have been in Clinton County, and there have been many, and she should be. But it's because she's so quiet and so humble, which makes me love her even more.
Right.
But she, you know, she's not a ball hog. She's not cocky. She is not in people's face. She gets a kill, she smiles, she walks away, high fives with her teammates. And if I've seen her get a bad set before and she doesn't get a good hit on it, but she always says, my bad, you know, my bad, even if it's not.
23-17, a 6-point lead now for Frankfort. Clinton Central going to take a timeout and talk things over. This timeout brought to us by the Healthy Communities of Clinton County, where the coalition offers free navigation services for all pregnant women. There's a licensed nurse on staff who's available to help you with free pregnancy tests, prenatal vitamins, insurance assistance, prenatal appointment assistance, smoking or vaping cessation, breastfeeding, labor, delivery, safe sleep, car seat, and newborn care education. Just call 659-6063 and ask for Libby for more information. You know, a player that Rockhold reminds me of, that I got the pleasure to cover early into the MTC Sports, ISC Sports days, and Lily's taller than she is, but Amanda Neal at McCutcheon was one of those players that was all around. If you got her up around the net, she would kill it and just rock it so hard, but she was so good everywhere else. She actually became a libero in college and had a nice 4-year career at Purdue.
I would not disagree with that. I think that is actually a very good comparison. I mean, Lily Rockhold honestly doesn't have a weakness to her game. Look at this. They're on a run here, right? And where is it? With Lily Rockhold in the back row.
That one just long. 24-18. Clinton Central will look to try to go on another run here to stave off this attack from Frankfort. Frankfort with set point. They go to Queen. Great block at the net once again by the Bulldogs. Clinton Central making Frankfort work for sure. And there's a kill coming right down the middle. Madison Road. You know, you talk about in football and other sports where it's the battle of the trenches, right? Who's going to win the line of scrimmage? I always go back to volleyball in that way. Like, who's going to win at the net?
Yeah, and this really has been a battle at the net. I would agree with that, Sean. Clinton Central has been blocking very, very well.
Kill from the back row attempt for Davison. Another one. She's one of those players, too, that's dangerous no matter where she's at on the floor. Able to sneak that one across. It falls right in front of Davison, and Frankfort takes set number 1, 25-19. A scrappy, entertaining first set for sure. We'll step aside when we come back. Set 2 heads your way on the ISC Sports Network.
At Wampler's Disposal and Recycling, we take pride in offering waste management for commercial and residential clients. As an industry leader, Wampler's Disposal and Recycling brings the most professional and responsive collection service in the business. Since 1948, our family-owned and operated company has provided excellent service at competitive rates. We offer container rentals as well. Our longevity in the industry is a testament to our excellent service. We serve all of Clinton, Tippecanoe, Boone, Howard, and Carroll counties. For all your waste removal needs, call Wampler Services Incorporated today. You can reach us at 765-659-3721. Visit us online at wamplerservicesinc.com.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.
Welcome back to Clinton Central High School. There's a great shot right there. There's Mr. Forrest, the super fan from Frankfort who traveled, taking the hot dogs on the road here tonight. Frankfort takes set number 1, 25-19. Good look at our Healthy Communities of Clinton County scoreboard. This portion of our broadcast tonight brought to us by our friends at the Willow Creek Barn, where they want you to know if you're an engaged couple, then you need to discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's best of weddings for 4 years in a row, probably about to be 5 years. Nestled just outside of Frankfort, Indiana, the venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities, providing the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. While we have your attention, we also want to thank Tier 1 Meat Co. They take pride in delivering locally sourced premium beef and pork, the kind of meat that honors the land, respects the craft, and fuels families with real flavor. From custom processing to mission-ready catering, they bring the firepower to elevate every meal and every moment. Founded by veterans, every cut is elite and every customer is family. Step into Tier 1 today at 128 West Catherine Street in Flora, or visit them online at tier1meatco.com. A very entertaining first set, Laura. Clinton Central definitely scrapped. They fought. The final was 25-19. They started in a 5-0 hole.
Yeah, and so it was very, was it 19-17, I think, at one point? I mean, so the score isn't really reflective of how close that game was. I felt like Clinton Central just did a great job of hanging around, always being within a couple points after that, early deficit. Now what I want to see them do is get on top and get a couple point lead and keep it, right? Instead of from playing from behind all the time.
See if you can steal the momentum and maybe put some pressure on the Hot Dogs who are on the road. It's been a minute since the Hot Dogs trailed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even remember them being down. It's either been, if they've been down, it's by been 1 or 2 points. They haven't
early,
been.
Like 1-0, 3-2, something like that.
Yeah, they haven't been down much in a long time, not since Lebanon Weibo.
Lily Rockholds brought the firepower tonight. 2-0. Frankfort leads in set number 2. Coming up next for these Bulldogs. That one comes off the arm sideways of Molly Turner. Another point for Frankfort. They'll travel to Tri-Central on October 2nd. October 7th, they face Bethesda Christian on the road before coming back home on October 9th versus Clinton Prairie.
And this season is wrapping up, and we have sectional draw coming. I mean, it's hard to believe.
Yeah.
Next week's the last week of regular season, really.
That Clinton Central Clinton Prairie match will be one that you can see here on the ISC Sports Network. That one will head your way on October 9th. For the Hot Dogs, they'll drop this point here. They'll face Twin Lakes at home. before traveling to Culver Academy. So a couple of back-to-back matchups there that will definitely be a test for the Hot Dogs. You kind of want those iron sharpens iron competition matches before you get into the tournament, though.
You do.
Mowdy going to check back in here for Frankfort.
Big block out there for Rockhold.
Love the makeover that Clinton Central got here in the gymnasium. Everything's brightened up. Floor outstanding. And I love the fact that they've honored Linda Barnett. That one just long. Addie Keck to serve. Frankfort with a 5-point lead here early on in set 2.
Kind of starting out like set number 1 with Frankfort with a big lead. Clinton Central down 5 already.
Good swing out of the middle. That's the junior, Madison Searlock.
I just want to teach her to swing with both her arms up in the air. I just think if she would get both her arms up in the air and get any trunk rotation, holy moly, she would hit so good. I mean, she hits good anyway, but she would hit so much harder. She's the one-arm bandit.
Free ball opportunity here for the Bulldogs. They come back to Davison, the block in place. They try it once again. Now Frankfort will get a chance to attack. Oh, what a diving effort from Davison to even get a hand on that.
She did a fantastic job reading that. That's a tough angle.
You could hear how hard she hit the floor.
You could. And we're far away from that, and we could hear it.
Right up. Smith on the serve. That drops in, the ace from Jalen. We talked the other night on her senior day, or the other day on her senior day, that she's going to finish out this season, and as of right now, no plans to play college volleyball. And that's okay. I think selfishly, we want to see her play at the next level because she's that good. But I also understand she's going to go on to study, become a dental hygienist, if I remember correctly from her paperwork.
Correct. And she is such a good student as well. I mean, you know, we always cover on these games how great athletes they are. Jalen is one of the top students in her class. Very, very smart girl as well.
This timeout brought to you by Abstract Technology Group, doing IT differently, but making it simple. Abstract Technology Group does exactly that, whether you're located in Indianapolis, Lafayette, Frankfort, or all points surrounding and in between. You can reach them by phone at 765-420-TECH or visit abstracttechgroup.com. We're Abstract, we're making it simple. 7-point lead right now for the Hot Dogs.
Don't count the Bulldogs out. They'll come back. I have every confidence. It's what they do. They play great defense. They'll take the ball back to the Hot Dogs. They'll let them make some errors. That's what the Bulldogs do. What I love about the Hot Dogs is the determination, right? Like, if it's one of those things like they want to win so bad. If they get up a little bit, they just build and build on that excitement. You got to love that in a team. Nice one by Salem.
Continues to have a great night tonight for the Bulldogs. Gabby's been wonderful around the net.
She has. She's been very busy up there. And you have to give Frankfort some credit. They've done a really good job of shutting Carly Davison down.
Yeah, there's been 2 blockers pretty much everywhere she's been on the floor.
Yeah.
Mariah Harvey with the ace. 2 straight points for Clinton Central.
Nice up there by Emily Long.
Beautiful set. Rockhold was able to just swing straight down on that one.
That was a perfect set. Literally, that was perfection. And what happened there, the middle blocker jumped with Jalen when she jump set, even though she's not back row, because they think of her as that offensive threat because of how many kills she already has, right? And then she was late to the block of Lily Rockhold, and that is exactly the way they designed it.
Davison able to take advantage that time and earns the kill for the Bulldogs. Clinton Central trailing by 5. Salem on the serve. Queen with a kill opportunity. Bulldogs send it over. Smith sets Michael. And Clinton Central just keeps coming at you.
They do. I think Carly Davison heard me say that it's been quiet tonight.
Yeah, she's woken up on the last couple of points.
Nice serve by Gabby Salem.
Going to earn the point here for the Bulldogs, 10-7.
It's one of those balls that you don't get to count as an ace, but you sure wish you could because it deserves it.
3-point lead, Clinton Central. They trailed by 7, and as you said, they will come back. It was 9-2. They've been on a bit of a run here. This timeout brought to us by JXN Stump Solutions. If you're tired of unsightly tree stumps that are ruining your yard, then let us take care of it. We've got the equipment and experience to get the job done right. We offer 3 tiers of service that will rejuvenate your yard, all at competitive, budget-friendly rates. Call 242-9523 today for a free estimate. JXN Stump Solutions, rooted in service, driven to remove.
This is exactly what I thought might happen after that timeout. And this is what Clinton Central is so good at. And it's all been from their really solid defense, right? They just keep taking the ball to Frankfort. They've just done a great job playing defense.
And another ace.
Gabby Salem with that ace leads the team in aces. And she's just playing fantastic tonight.
Yeah, she's trying to take full advantage of her last shot at Frankfort here, isn't she?
She is.
Her senior year going against Frankfort for the final time. Queen. Salem with the bump. Davison going to swing it across. What a save by Rockhold.
Nice dig.
Smith tried to go over in 2. Clinton Central ready for that. And there are some long points going here. Both teams showing off some defensive prowess. That pass just a little long there, too close to the net. Molly Turner going to check in for Salem. Salem getting a well-deserved rest after fantastic little showing from her. Free ball opportunity for Frankfort. We're seeing both teams have to be so aggressive going for the ball that even communicating, they're starting to run into each other a little bit on both sides of the net.
And that's okay. You'll take that over balls hitting the floor and no one touching them, right?
Myers. She was our player to watch on Saturday against North Putnam. Nice try by Queen. The kill came out of the middle that time for Madison Road. Substitution going to take place as Boone comes back in. That'll give Long a break. Davison on the serve, catches just the top part of the net and then drops in inside the outline of the floor.
Nothing you can do about that if you're Frankfort. I mean,
This is the week of county matchups on ISC. We've got Frankfort and Clinton Central, obviously, for you here this evening. If you're a fan of Clinton County volleyball, we've got Rossville at Clinton Prairie coming your way on Thursday. Make sure you tune into that one.
That should be a good match, too. You know, Rossville, I mean, on paper, that should be a Rossville win. And Rossville is very good this year, but Clinton Prairie in spurts, I mean, they're very good in spurts, but they're young and inconsistent. That's really kind of their downfall. But there are moments of brilliance for the Gophers.
And Clinton Central fans, we'll have your football team on Friday night as they travel to Carroll to take on the Cougars. You can watch that one at 7 o'clock on ISC Sports Network, our YouTube page, Twitter, or IHSAATV.org.
Nice block out there by the Bulldogs.
Smith goes over in 2 and saw what we call a little bit of a campfire going on. There was a big hole in the middle of the floor.
I know at Clinton Prairie we always called that the Gopher hole. I don't know what they call that at Clinton Central. Nice up there by Molly Turner.
Able to swing through the block. Nope, 4 hits.
4 hits.
So a point for Clinton Central. The Bulldogs once again. Right there, down by 2.
But this is where I want to see them get a lead, right? Push hard, push through being behind by 2 points. Get that tied up, get the lead. Net violation.
Clinton Central into the net that time. You know, Laura, we were talking about how awesome the national anthem was before the game, and we're going to give a shout out. We got that young lady's name. Her name is Grayson Stevens. She was absolutely fantastic.
She was. She sounded like a seasoned country western singer. It was very good.
I have a feeling that she will go to Nashville at some point in time.
She definitely should try. That was really, really wonderful. That was a great block out there by Mowdy and Rockhold.
The serve by Keck a little long. And after watching Keck 4 times last week, she was really solid from the service line tonight, struggling just a little bit.
Yeah, and really Frankfort struggling from the service line. For them, I mean, they have at least 5 serving errors, and that is very uncharacteristic of the Hot Dogs.
The overpass, and Searlock made some pay. The junior did not have a ton of kills coming into tonight, but she's got a handful of them already.
She does.
And the ace. Clinton Central down just 1 now, 16-15. You got to think if the Bulldogs are able to tie this up here, you may see Coach Rushton take a timeout.
I don't want to just see the Bulldogs tied up. I want to see them take a lead and keep a lead.
They knot things up here at 16. Rushton thought about the timeout, and I think she's going to let her team play through this here for a moment.
I think that's the right call. You saw the senior and Jalen Smith pull everyone together and try to get them to recollect.
She's going to take out Emily Gilgey-Hosa. She's going to send in Morgan Berry, number 4, the sophomore. Frankfort's got to send it over. A free ball opportunity. Clinton Central, the chance to take a lead. The block lands out of bounds, and Clinton Central does just that. They lead now 17-16.
Be interesting to see how Frankfort recovers from this. I like the fact that Coach Rushton is not calling a timeout here. Let's see how these Hot Dogs play through this, right? It's almost sectional time. She needs to know that they can recover on their own.
And they go right back to Lily Rockhold, which is a very smart move on their part to tie things up at 17. I believe that was Long that just checked in for the Bulldogs. Sophie Michael going to come in for Barry, who just checked in a moment ago. And now you got Jalen Smith at the service line. Swing from Davison. And it finds pay dirt. Another point for the Bulldogs, 18-17.
This is good for both teams. It gives Clinton Central a little confidence to play from the lead a little bit. And then it's good for the Hot Dogs to learn how to rally from behind.
Take on a little adversity. We haven't seen that lately. They haven't faced much of it.
They have not. And I love that Kia is not calling a timeout. Another serving error for the Hot Dogs. Just uncharacteristic of them. Those may come back to bite them.
1 point lead, Salem at the service line. Nice little drop serve. Sophie Michael earns another kill.
And you know what's that serve, probably for anybody on that Frankfort team except Carolyn Queen, would have been an ace. Just serve that short to anybody else.
Myers, the libero, now will serve with things all tied up at 19. And another service error for the Hot Dogs.
Starting to feel that pressure a little bit. We're starting to see a few cracks in the armor there.
Boone comes back in for the Bulldogs. Davison serving for Clinton Central. They go middle that time, and Addie Keck gets a kill.
You see your seniors' leadership coming through. Senior to senior there, getting it done when they need it the most.
Kia mixing things up a little bit. We saw her bring Morgan Berry in a moment ago. She started to give Carmen Vega quite a bit of playing time since she's become eligible here, and she's done a nice job from the service line.
She has. Well, hopefully we don't jinx her here, but that's kind of her job, is to come in and serve well, and she's done a good job for the Hot Dogs.
That one just wide, just outside the line. 21-20, Frankfort takes a 1 point lead. Through 15 sets for Vegas, she has 7 aces. Boone on the kill, able to sneak that past Vega in the back row. And now Gilgi Hosa will come in. Vega will check out. Clinton Central tied things up at 21 apiece. This has been a fantastic second set here tonight. Queen able to push that one across, sneaks it in back corner. And now Carolyn will go to the free throw line. Head to the service line. Basketball is just around the corner, by the way.
It is.
Finalized our winter schedule earlier today. Nice kill by Boone. And now Salem checks back in on the front row. Clinton Central showing so much grit here tonight. Frankfort keeps throwing haymakers at them, and they're bobbing and weaving. They're just not going away.
If I was Frankfort, I would run Rockhold around to the middle right now. You've got Gabby Salem, the best blocker on the Clinton Central team on that right side. That's what I would do. I'd pull Rockhold in and run a 32 or run her in the middle. Something just to mess things up a little bit.
And there's Keck with a service error once again. What we said, it's just uncharacteristic of the Hot Dogs tonight.
That's at least 8 serving errors for them in the first 2 sets, and most of them in this set.
All tied up at 23 apiece. You do have to win by 2. So a crucial point right here. Frankfort will take a 24-23 lead. They hold serve, they hold advantage.
Super smart roll shot by Lily Rockhold. She has just been slamming away on it. Every single defensive player for the Hot Dogs exactly where they're supposed to be on defense, but they are planted in concrete waiting on her to swing away, and she just rolls it over the top.
I like this timeout by Coach Simmons. Seeing Jalen Smith go back to the service line.
Just
Frankfort
ice her a little bit. Yep, ice her a little bit.
This timeout brought to you by FiberHawk, now available FiberHawk Fiber Internet. Super fast speeds, no more buffering, perfect for all sizes of business. FiberHawk offers every speed to meet your internet needs. For more on offerings and availability, visit fiberhawk.com or call 765-922-HAWK. Fast, affordable, FiberHawk. We also want to thank Wampler's Disposal Service and Recycling, where recycling always makes sense. Call Wampler 659-3721 for all your trash, recycling, and scrap needs. Wampler's Disposal and Recycling, family owned since 1948. Crucial point here for Frankfort. Smith, the great serve. Bulldogs unable to return it, and Frankfort closes it out 25-23. Clinton Central showed great heart and grit there in set number 2. We'll see if they can ride that wave of momentum into set number 3 when we return on ISC.
In this town, game day starts long before kickoff. It's the work behind the scenes that makes champions. At Tier 1 Meat Company, we prep with the same focus, discipline, and pride as the hometown heroes we feed. From our block to your block, fuel every victory. Tier 1 Meat Company. Mission, feed the fans. Standard, champion quality. Scan the QR code for a game day upgrade.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. We've all heard the question, if a tree falls in a forest, does it make a sound? Honestly, we're not sure either. But what we do know is that if it falls in your yard, it usually leaves behind an unsightly stump that you'll be stuck mowing around. At JXN Stump Solutions, we'll get rid of that stump for good, and here's the best part. We offer free estimates, so you'll know the cost before the work begins. We deliver quality work from a professional, locally owned company with a commitment to leaving your property cleaner, safer, and stump-free. Contact us today at 242-9523. At JXN Stump Solutions, we're rooted in service and driven to remove.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
Welcome back to Clinton Central High School. A good shot of the Frankfort huddle as they head back out onto the floor. They took set number 1, 25-19, and they won 25-23 in a very close contested set. Laura, you and I were talking before we came back from break, and if Clinton Central doesn't spot Frankfort 5 points in set number 1 and allow them to get out to a 7-point lead in set number 2, they may win both of these. I mean, they were right there. They played them basically perfect or better the rest of the way in sets 1 and 2.
You just can't dig yourself those huge holes early. And here's the thing is, I think it's almost their comfort zone for the Bulldogs, right?
They like being the underdog.
They
no pun
do like to
intended.
be the underdog. I think that's their comfort zone. They like to just be a couple points behind. It's like almost like it's motivating for them. Like that's when they get going, is when they are behind. And I'd really love to see them just like cross that barrier and learn to play with the lead, right?
Yeah, they definitely have shown. I mean, they've impressed me tonight with the grit, tenacity, and never die attitude. I mean, again, if they don't spot those 2 leads early on, we're talking a completely different match here tonight.
We are. Gabby Salem with the kill again.
And Clinton Central earns the first point of set number 3. And that's not to take anything away from Frankfort. It's just Clinton Central's done a really good job of rallying and taking advantage of Frankfort's mistakes.
I think that honestly the MVP of set number 2 for me for Frankfort is Coach Rushton.
Yeah, let him play through. That was nice.
I love that she didn't call a timeout. I love that she let them play through. I love that she let them figure it out. And they responded in their defense. They responded well and did exactly what she had the confidence that they could do. That speaks volumes.
Queen just a little long that time. I know the Frankfort fans don't agree, but we had a good look at it from our vantage point. That was definitely about a foot long there. Clinton Central with a 3-0 lead. They said, I hear you broadcasters. We're not going to spot them a lead this time that big.
That's good.
Fantastic ISC Sports Network crew tonight. Sam Waugh on graphics, Elijah Mash directing, Tony Stewart on camera. I'm Sean Walker, joined by Laura Archibald. Clinton Central with a 4-0 lead against Frankfort here in set number 3.
Nice block by Clinton Central and defense.
And they earn another point. Clinton Central playing, it looks like they've got a chip on their shoulder this evening. And, you know, Carly Davison always plays that way. It doesn't matter. I don't think if you're playing
any
slapjack
sport,
or
yeah.
like go fish, she's going to be very tenacious. The player that I feel like has helped set the tone tonight that's gotten other players motivated is Gabby Salem.
I could not agree more. At the top of her game. Has 8 kills at least tonight already. Has served well. I mean, blocking great. I mean, she has just really stepped her game up tonight. She is a senior, and she does not want to lose this county match.
I mean, how many kills have we seen Searlock get tonight? And it kind of started after Gabby Salem got going. Searlock's, hey, I want some of this action
Yeah,
too,
I
and started
see this.
getting some kills out of the middle.
And Maddie Road, too.
Yep.
I mean, I would say that the highlight for tonight for Clinton Central is the diversity of the offense. Like, usually it's the Carly Davison show, but tonight, not so much. It's been, not that Carly has not done great, but everybody else has stepped up their game around her, and that's really what the Bulldogs need.
Now we'll see if Frankfort can come back and make a competitive set number 3 after trailing 5-0. And Jalen Smith says, I got you. She does a little patented kill move and earns the point.
I think it was interesting in the timeout. Coach Rushton pulled Carolyn Queen aside from the huddle and talked to her one-on-one while everyone else stayed with the rest of the team. I find that interesting, and I'd love to know what she said to her.
Searlock and Salem both there, but I think it was Searlock with the one-on-one block that
agree.
time.
Sometimes you wish you could be a little mouse and hear everything that's said in those timeouts.
Maybe if we can increase the ISC budget, we can mic coaches up and just put them on the intercom side of things where we can hear what's going on.
That would be nice.
Because I'm sure language probably gets a little too colorful for our family-friendly program.
Surely
here.
not. Surely not.
Addie Keck on the serve. The overpass there. Rockhold makes them pay, and Frankfort's got the wave going on. Trying to bring a little tenacity back here. Frankfort's closed the gap. They were down 5-0. They trail now 6-3.
And usually Addie Keck stays at that service line for a while, but tonight, not so much.
Occasionally you have those nights where something's just a little bit off, and that's been her at the service line tonight, unfortunately. Rockhold pushes it, cross corner. And, man, that was a good job of misdirection from the Hot Dogs.
Yeah, she's just her vision. Like, that's volleyball IQ. We talk about that. Like, that is looking through the net, seeing what's open, and making it happen. Amazing.
Queen that time off the floor. Probably should have let that one go. Point to the Bulldogs, 8-4. Maybe it's the new gymnasium throwing the Hot Dogs off a little bit tonight. Their serves, again, we've seen them long, we've seen them short. We've seen them maybe play some balls that were going to be out. New paint job throwing the Hot Dogs off a little bit. For the home team, you take any advantage you can find, right?
Absolutely. I'm going to point out the great dig by Emily Long on that first tip by Rockhold. That was really, really sweet. But Rockhold says, I'm just going to kill it then.
Rockhold at the service line. Good job by Harvey just to keep it in play. Now the Hot Dogs will go on offense. Harvey covers it up. Davison able to sneak that one past Rockhold. Clinton Central continuing to roll here in set number 3. Boone comes in, Long goes out. Davison heads to the service line. Oh, what a job. Jalen Smith, are you kidding me?
That's crazy.
I mean, there are times that she makes plays and you just go, yeah, what? Like you're speechless. That play right there was one of them.
I mean, she has been fantastic on offense tonight. She's really had to take a lot of the load as far as kills tonight because other than Rockhold, they've really been struggling on hitting tonight. And it's interesting because when we covered them on Saturday, she hardly had any kills and she hardly tipped at all. We talked about it because she didn't have to. Her hitters were on fire. She was just feeding them all day long and they were just hitting like crazy. Today she knows my hitters are off. And so she's been taking matters into her own hands and doing a great job with it.
Goes to Keck. Keck gets the kill. The seniors gotten a couple of points here, and the Hot Dogs trail by just 1 now. Gilgi Hossa will serve here for Frankfort. Emily sends that one across, and she'll earn the ace. All tied up at 10 apiece. And that'll get a timeout here from Coach Simmons and the Clinton Central Bulldogs. So, much like Clinton Central did in sets 1 and 2, Frankfort rallies here in set 3 after falling behind by 5. Tonight's game brought to us by Healthy Communities of Clinton County, where the Coalition offers free navigation services for all pregnant women. A licensed nurse is available to help you with free pregnancy tests, prenatal vitamins, insurance assistance, prenatal appointment assistance, smoking or vaping cessation, breastfeeding, labor, delivery, safe sleep, car seat, and newborn care education. All you got to do is call Libby, 659-6063, for more information.
Well, you're getting your money's worth tonight because this is a fantastic volleyball match. Every single set has been close, back and forth. Good to see Clinton Central jump out to an early lead, but Frankfort closing back in.
Been dealing with unimaginable back pain the last couple of days, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad I stuck this one out and got to watch this one because this has been fantastic.
Yeah, if you're going to be in pain, this is a game you want to watch, right?
I thought I was going to have to make a call to the bullpen for myself, and I'm here. We're fighting through it, and I'm glad I did. This has been a great county rivalry match, and one I hope we get to see something similar on Thursday, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Again, we're so blessed in our county with coaches. Both Kia Rushton and E.B. Simmons doing a great job here. Head coach Kathy Martin and Lexi Ellenwood over at Rossville.
We do have very good coaching. You know, we saw some other good coaching from out of the county last Saturday. But if we're honest, we've seen some real questionable coaching this year too, but that definitely has not been with our county schools.
That one just drops in on the other side of the net. You take a little luck every once in a while if you're a hot dog fan. Things tied up at 11 apiece.
Yeah, and you don't see that to happen to Clinton Central very often. I mean, they just don't let balls hit the floor like that very often.
A couple of Bulldogs converged on that one.
That set kind of was a no man's land, so.
Frankfort with a 12-11 lead now. Miss hit from Boone. Frankfort with a 13-11 lead.
Oh, nice up. Another amazing defensive play by Jalen Smith right there.
Rockhold powers through the block. Salem doing a good job of getting over there. She's been in her face all night and has definitely made Lily have to work for every point she's earned the hot dogs.
She has.
But Frankfort, after trailing by 5, now lead by 3. Adair sets Salem. And Keck and Smith both there. From the reaction, it looks like Smith may have got that one.
They're a pretty good blocking duo out there, Smith and Keck. Smack, I almost said it together.
There you go.
Oh, nice up.
It was just 3 hits against Clinton Central. The block at the net doesn't count as one. Frankfort earns the point anyway, 16-11 now. Frankfort up by 5.
Okay, and I think, once again, you have to credit that play right there to Jalen Smith. Run Lily Rockhold out of the middle. Give him something different to look at. Get her out of the face of Gabby Salem, who's been blocking her all night long.
Another point taken here by the Hot Dogs. They now open up a 6-point lead, and Coach Simmons wants to talk things over. Frankfort has taken it to another level here in set 3 after a slow start in set number 3. This timeout brought to us by the Willow Creek Barn. Discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside of Frankfort, Indiana, the venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities. They also now have 2 Airbnbs, so you can bring your wedding party. You can put the men in one place, the women in the other, or you can just take full advantage and rent the house and put everybody in one big home and have a big bash party, fun time, whatever.
Yeah, and they're nice Airbnbs.
Really nice Airbnbs. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit the WillowCreekBarn.com. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll have a quick post-game show where we wrap things up. We'll also name our player of the match. And, you know, tonight there may be an honorable mention that gets thrown out here as well, because we've seen some fantastic play. A few of these players on the floor tonight for these respective teams. Ice the server, earn the unforced error. Long checks in, Boone comes out. Long back to serve now for Clinton Central. Smith goes to Rockhold. Rockhold swings away here, earns the point, 18-12. And now Carmen Vega is going to come in. Mowdy checks back in as well for the libero. And with Keck struggling a little bit from the service line tonight, they'll bring Vega in rotation there for her. Again, good coaching. You always hate to pull one of your seniors, especially when they've played as well all season long as Keck has. But when there's a night where maybe she struggled a little bit, they say, Coach Rushton says, hey, I'm gonna throw Vega in here.
Yep. And, Addie's played great everywhere else. She's just struggled from the serving line. It happens. And you know what? That's what you have subs for, right? And Carmen does a really good job back there from that serving line. And I jinx her.
I remember one of my baseball days back in the day. Got all warmed up. I was excited. We went to Noblesville. We were playing a coach against Denny Cass, and he was a scout for the Pirates, I believe, back in the day. And I'm like, I'm going to go impress this guy. And I didn't even make it out of the first inning. I gave up 9 runs. I think I got 1 hit. Came out pretty quickly, and obviously not quick enough.
It happens.
So it was an off night.
It happens. And like I said, the rest of her game's been on. She just has struggled from the serving line. But she is not the only hot dog struggling from the serving line. They have at least 12 serving, make that 13 serving errors tonight. So.
And it's not characteristic of the hot dogs.
It is not.
Luckily for them tonight, at least as of now, it looks like they're going to survive it. But this will definitely be a coaching moment for Coach Rushton. She will be having a conversation about, guys, we got to clean that up before.
They're going to do a lot of serving at practice tomorrow. I guarantee you that. Before
Twin Lakes and Culver Academies, we better get some of this ship righted here. And you know what? For Frankfort, they deserve to have a little bit of an off night, right? I mean, they've been on a roll.
Yes.
So I don't want to beat them up too bad. At the end of the day, if they earn the victory here tonight and they win it in straight sets, it'll be their 8th straight match and their 21 straight sets. I mean, that's really impressive.
It is, especially because they really pulled together and got it together in the end of that second set, right? And I just love that Keel left them in and let them figure it out. She didn't have to do that, but she did, and they did figure it out. That's the important thing.
(20-16) your score. Salem set to serve for the Bulldogs. And Rockhold's swing too strong that time. Lead trimmed to 3. And Clinton Central doing Clinton Central type things, refusing to go away. And now Frankfort going to take a timeout. And I like this timeout right here too. Last time she let it come back and tie up, watched them play through it. Now she says, hey, it's set 3.
Enough's enough.
Go out there and let's get this taken care of. Let's finish it up.
Enough is enough tonight. You know, I think Frankfort is struggling a little bit tonight, but I have to give the credit of them struggling to the Clinton Central Bulldogs.
Yeah.
They are making the hot dogs struggle. It's not just, other than serving, it's not Frankfort just like falling apart. It's Clinton Central picking them apart, and there's a difference there. So, you know, I know Coach Rushton's in there and, you know, sees areas they can improve, definitely the serving, but really, you got to give credit to the Bulldogs. They are picking apart a few little weaknesses on the hot dog team. Gabby Salem back at the serving line, out of the timeout.
And if you're the Bulldogs, you'll take that right now. She's had a fantastic night here for Clinton Central. We've seen them a couple of times this season, and this is the best I've seen Gabby play. She's always really solid, but tonight she's been extraordinary.
She has.
21-17, Rockhold back to serve, 4 points away from taking this match.
Let's see if she can get all these serves in. She's been struggling from the serving line some tonight, too.
Rhodes sends it over. Smith sets queen.
Nice dig.
They go middle to road. Now a free ball opportunity for Clinton Central. They try to go over in 2. Hot Dogs counter. Davison on the tip. Frankfort covers it up. I love these long rallies that we've had here tonight a handful of times.
I think if you're Frankfort, you have to make an adjustment when Clinton Central hits out of the middle. Both of their middles go up with one arm only, have no trunk rotation. They hit to the right side of the court every single time. Pull your outside pin in to block in that middle and block their right side hit every single time.
21-19.
Huge ace just when you need it from Carly Davison.
Back-to-back aces. That low trajectory serve just getting across the net. 21-20. Hot Dogs gonna have to scramble again here.
Hand a free ball over to the Bulldogs. Let's see what they can do with it.
Queen. Good diving effort. They can't get it up out of the net though. And 22-20 now. Frankfort takes the lead, and Rockhold looks winded. I'm not gonna lie. They've made her work tonight when she's been in the back row. There's been quite a few diving digs that she's had to come up with. That one just lands in. The sophomore, Grace Myers. 23-20 now, Frankfort.
That was a huge serve. They really needed that.
That serve into the net. 23-21. Now Madison Road, the junior, back to serve.
That was a nice serve also.
Michael sends it over. Adair goes back row. Davison hits that one into the top of the net. And now match point for Frankfort.
Okay, Frankfort cannot miss this serve.
Emily Gil-Gijosa, the junior. Serving for match point. Clinton Central goes to Boone. Gijosa with a nice save. They come back to Boone again. Blocked at the net. Queen with a nice up. And it lands out of bounds. Clinton Central stays alive. 24-22. Salem checks back in on that front row for the Bulldogs.
That's a good sign for the Bulldogs. They need her on that front row. This is a good rotation for the Bulldogs, actually. A legal alignment called on the Hot Dogs.
24-23.
And you're going to see Coach Rushton go over and ask.
She got a quick explanation, and whether she agreed or not, she accepted what she heard. Smith goes
nice
over quickly.
Up by
what
Carly.
A save. Pancake dig from Davison. Bulldogs trying to stay alive. They cannot. Frankfort takes it 25-23. Man, I'm almost sad this one's over tonight. This has been a fantastic 3 sets between county rivals. Frankfort takes it in straight set fashion, 25-19, 25-23, 25-23. As you take a look at it there on our Healthy Communities of Clinton County scoreboard. Lori, your final thoughts on this one?
There literally was not a loser tonight. I mean, both of these, all 3 sets could have went either way, especially those last 2. Both teams played fantastic. I've got to give the nod to Clinton Central. Yeah. You know, they on paper should have just been wiped by the Hot Dogs, but they were not. They played fantastic. I think that that supporting cast, it was not the Carly Davidson show. That supporting cast for the Clinton Central Bulldogs showed up tonight.
Yeah, and then, in true player of the match fashion, we'll name our actual player of the match here in just a second. I got to give an honorable mention tonight because had this been flipped the other way, our player of the match tonight would have been Gabby Salem for Clinton Central.
Yeah,
she was awesome.
She was the game changer. She had at least 8 kills. She had some aces, but it was the blocking that was the thing. That first line of defense. And, not all those, like, touches get shown, like statistically you don't always see how it changes the game, but her blocking was so good out there, it changed what Frankfort was doing offensively, and that is when you're a game changer, right?
Our Clinton County Frankfort Eagles player of the game tonight, though, is going to be Jalen Smith. Obviously always a difference maker when she's on the floor. She led the Hot Dogs to victory tonight. We saw things like that where she had to go into her bag of tricks a little bit. Her passing was stupendous. She blocked. She served well. She was so consistent. And to be honest, in a dog fight tonight, no pun intended, right? Hot Dogs, Bulldogs. In a dog fight tonight, they needed Jalen Smith, and she came through for Frankfort. Congratulations to Jalen Smith and the Frankfort Hot Dogs.
Yeah.
They are now 17-6 on the season. They've won 8 straight matches, 21 straight sets, and they will take that wave of momentum into a match versus Twin Lakes on October 2nd.
When your setter is your second leading kill person for the night and has numerous assists, it shows you her offensive prowess. She was the change maker tonight.
Fantastic ISC Sports crew for Sam Watt, Elijah Mash, Laura Archibald, Tony Stewart. I'm Sean Walker. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Abstract Technology Group, doing IT differently, making it simple. By Day and Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first. By FiberHawk, fast, affordable FiberHawk. Healthy Communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. The Frankfort Eagles, Post 976, people helping people. And the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. Coverage starts around 7 p.m. on Thursday night. It'll be Rossville and Clinton Prairie. You can catch it all right here on the ISC Sports Network. Have a good evening, everyone.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here.